In the comments below, let us know if you like Alfredo, carbonara, or there's that one with mushroom that I got from like Double Dogs. The macaroni.
I don't know.
God, what is the fuck?
Stroganoff?
Stroganoff. There's 3 different ones.
There's a
They're
lot
basically
more.
the same, but let me know.
They're not.
They're basically the same.
The dad in this would be so mad at you. Hello, everyone. We're the Continuity Crew. I'm Will. That's when. And we're back with another episode of Streaming Junkies for y'all today. We've got recently released last Friday, I believe, Luca.
Was it last Friday?
I believe so. And was this Pixar? It's Disney. I don't know. Yes, it is Pixar.
What?
Yep. So it's Pixar, Disney Pixar, Luca. It's in Italy. In Italy.
Yeah.
In Italy.
I didn't see a Ferrari, so it's not Italy yet.
But it's between these fish people and these 2 fish boys. They go to Italy and go on create a strong bond together.
What's the one-liner on there?
Or on here, it says, on the Italian Riviera, an unlikely but strong friendship grows between a human being and a sea monster disguised as a human.
This had to have been created less than 2010.
Like, that's not really what happens, though. They're acting like he's the human, but he's not.
It's a girl.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they were just trying to, like, please the heterosexual people.
Yeah. But before we get there, though, Luca is a young boy who's a fish out of water.
Got him.
That's what I wanted to say earlier.
That's literally a fish out of water.
And he's trying to learn how to be human, or he wants to be human, I guess.
He wants to explore the land, at least.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's trying to get a Vespa.
Very reminiscent of Ariel. I felt a lot of this movie reminded me of like a bunch of other movies. Like this movie just felt like a trope of another movie, like 100 different movies, which is every movie, to be fair. This
was just a mix.
Yeah.
So
it's a mixed bag. Wow. I'm surprised by the rating it has, actually. But
7.4. How many people though?
7.6. 21,000.
21. That was quick.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, this movie made for children, not
definitely
really made for adults.
Definitely. I mean, I got some good laughs, and it definitely.
You laughed in this movie?
I did. And there's a couple, not as much as Hitman's Bodyguard.
No, Hitman's Bodyguard.
And we'll talk about that later this week.
That was just a really dumb movie.
It was, but it was like a hot.
It was something.
We'll talk about that. Just so make sure you subscribe to see when that comes out. But Luca. Kids movie for sure. I would also like. There's once like the climax kind of. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Like pulled up my heartstrings. But otherwise, definitely just a movie for kids.
It's definitely. It feels like a TV show though.
You say that about everything. Though.
No, I know, but like this one, this time it's like. I feel like this was supposed to be a TV show.
I know. It felt like it was. I wouldn't say a TV show. It definitely felt like it was supposed to be something else.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like I don't know what. I don't think we're gonna get a Luca 2. I don't think we're gonna.
I think we are.
I don't like. I don't think this will have gotten enough traction like at all.
I don't know, man. 21,000 in like 3 days.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's kind of way more than what do you call that? What is that movie that we Army?
Let's check Hitman's. What? Because they came out, I believe, the same day.
Well, yeah. I have a stupid story about Hitman.
3.7. Okay, yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's also like the Pixar and Disney effect, as like people are gonna watch it, and this is also at home, so like that makes sense. I guess so many ratings, but what did you think about this one? What?
It was
It was I'd agree.
I like the graphics.
So from the trailers, I thought it looked like below Pixar standards.
It did.
But like when it was in motion, it looked a lot better.
It did.
I'm not gonna say like the best. I mean,
it feels like Pixar 2012.
A little bit.
It's like some of the textured stuff, like the buildings and whatnot. Like it doesn't feel like it's there, but
it's not. It looks good, but it's like they didn't put as much effort for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe there's
kids movie.
Yeah, but so is Toy Story, and look at Toy Story 4. Like
Maybe not a lot of people can relate to this in their like department.
I guess.
Like how many people can say like,
Yeah,
oh, yeah, I
that's
was from
true.
a fish out of water.
That's true. Because also like they are kind of, I think, trying to put these out. They're trying to be all inclusive. Like I think they had Raya, which was like Taiwan, Philippines, like that. This is Italy, Italian. So, and they have one that I think is like Puerto Rican, Cuban, something that's coming out, I think this year.
I don't know about that.
I think it's called Vivo.
Oh.
And then there's, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're following that train, just kind of like they're doing their remakes. So like they've just got their formula for movies. Try it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because like with Soul, when that came out, I think there were some really like passionate people behind it.
Yeah,
especially that guy behind it. That was kind of based on him.
Mm-hmm.
But with this one, it's like, it's a kid's movie.
Yeah.
We'll make him fish.
That'd be cool. Yeah, but I'm trying to think, like, the mom character felt very derivative of, like, a bunch of other mom characters in movies. I can't think of names. Like, I've been trying to literally all day since I've watched it. Or the grandma character. I felt like, oh, she's the grandma that, like, lets the kids slide and, like, go, like...
Oh, I thought she was the grandma. That was like, it's very dangerous out there.
No, the grandma...
was the mom, right?
Yeah, the mom was like... Yeah, or him going on. I don't know. It felt so derivative of just a bunch of other properties, and they're probably Disney properties, so they're just kind of like, yeah, we'll just throw this in. It's fine. But it just didn't feel original. And I mean, most of the writers and the director are just Disney, like, stay people. Like, they've worked on everything.
Yeah.
Like
basically the same people that work on these.
Yeah, like I think that. Well, I do think the director though, he's like art department for Disney. I don't know if what other he's directed, if anything. Let's see.
Imagine the Pixar has become that like kind of EA place, like the EA Sports.
Yeah.
Kind of a company where they come out with something every year.
Yeah, this is his first film he's directed, so I mean,
good for him. Yeah,
Enrico Casarosa.
Oh, good for him.
He's Italian, so that makes sense.
Okay. You think like the execs were like, anybody here Italian?
Maybe.
You? Okay, cool. Can you come here? We got a project.
Hey, here.
What's Italian?
They've already written it. Just look over it and add some Italian flair to it. Put Italian words into it, and that's how he got his writer's credit.
No, he's like, okay, it's missing pasta.
It got a name all the pastas. It does actually have a pretty good voice cast. Like
it does. I was very surprised. They're very young. One guy is from
one's from Shazam,
Boy or something like that.
And this guy, Bad Boy, Good Boys in the Room or Room, not the Room, and Wonder.
Room.
But I was actually surprised by that. I was like, I could recognize their voices, but let's talk. Well
done.
Let's do. Yeah, I thought the voice acting for how the characters look, the voice acting was pretty good because like I felt like their mouths were either this or this. They're just circles.
And their character design is kind of almost like the main character from Ratatouille, not Ratatouille, but like.
Not Remy. No, Remy's the rat. Oh God, what's the guy's name?
I don't remember, but it kind of reminds me of that guy.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
But let's spoiler alert. We'll talk more about the movie itself now. Luca, he's a fish herder apparently for his family, and they tell him not to go up to the top and
out of surface
onto the surface, and which is never really explained why. I didn't feel like
I don't think
they're like people bad.
Yeah,
but I mean it's sure, okay,
yeah.
But otherwise it kind of just moves. And I will say this and Hitman's Wife, those movies just flowed. Like they did not hold any like there was no filler. I which I appreciate. I wouldn't say it made it. I will say this one didn't make it any worse.
This movie did feel kind of rushed, though.
It does. It does. Because
I wonder why they just didn't have the boy and the Luca and the guy
Alberto.
Yeah, Alberto Why did they just weren't friends in the beginning and it was just them exploring?
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like that would have been so much better if like we like saw them like, oh look, we have feet now, let's go run or something, and then they discover some shit and then they go to the town.
Yeah, and they could have had a little montage of them like growing up. I don't know. I think they were just going for heartstring pulls with Alberto's character and like them connecting and stuff like that. So
also he mentioned about his dad.
Yeah, that
we never got to see.
Yeah, there was no like flashback or anything. It's just like, dad's gone.
Dad's gone.
Gotta have your dad or mom gone in a Pixar movie because that's just how it works. They gotta die or something.
Or brother.
Yeah.
Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I need to rewatch that.
I rewatched it. It wasn't as bad as I remember, but it was definitely like doing that Avengers thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, this movie, I think it rushed it way too quick. Like,
I don't know if it was rushed though. I feel like they were just trying to make it. I feel like this is what they wanted to do, and that's it. I
get that.
So I don't even know if it was rushed. I just think.
No, they just went through the story so quickly. Like, Luca and Alberto got really like Alberto got jealous and all this shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't really give a shit. And then they keep going.
The human girl we meet, Juliana, felt so pointless as a character. Like she's kind of just was there to introduce this triathlon race that they do on the little Riviera, and that's it.
See, this is what I mean by it feels like an episode. Like it feels like there's
okay. I do see your point there. That it does feel like an episode, but otherwise, I mean, weird shit eventually, which is so weird. I was expecting one of them to die, honestly, but at the end, they win the race. And it's raining, of course, and so that reveals that they're fishy people. And the bad guy who wants to win the race, it's like, oh, we got to kill him. But
the reason why they're going to that race, by the way, is because they wanted to win a Vespa.
A Vespa, yes.
And they were trying to win the money.
That's the whole catalyst of the movie. They want a Vespa.
They wanted a Vespa.
Yeah.
That's probably the Italian director.
He said, I want a Vespa in my movie.
I used to have a Vespa when I was a kid. Let's put some pasta in Vespa.
So I didn't really like. That's what I'll say. Just something I didn't like. I wish it was kind of more old timey, I guess.
Yeah. We don't really get a range of like
time. Absolutely. Like we start off and they have like a gramophone on the boat, like in the first scene, and then we have a Vespa. I'm like, okay, what year is it? And then there's like cars and stuff, and then there's like a train. So I'm like, okay, is trains the main transportation? What is it?
Wasn't a car? It was like a 3-wheeled thing.
No, I swear there was.
I didn't see a car. I saw a 3-wheeled.
Maybe I'm at.
It was like a little pickup truck. It was like.
Oh yeah, but still, like there's motors, so like it's still. I don't know.
I want to guess it's like early 80s, maybe.
Yeah, I would guess.
It just doesn't make sense that they would have the turntable.
Yeah, I don't know. There's an old guy on the boat. You know,
they would have like a boombox or radio or something, but maybe it's a low key, low tech kind of area.
Style choice,
style choice.
I don't know.
But they do have those bikes though that look pretty much like 2000.
Yeah, they look. Yeah, like the stuff looked brand new, and so timing, like setting, I guess time wise was very. But setting like place wise was very pretty and very cool. I like that, but time it was very confusing, so we didn't know. But
maybe we didn't pay attention to it. Maybe there's like a sign somewhere. If you know what time day setting is, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure a bunch of you watched this. We got a comment about Spirit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was weird.
That was weird. Oh, but yeah. I was gonna say something. I'll say it in the weekly whenever we shoot that. But just all the new subscribers. We're actually like, it's awesome.
94. Yeah.
Almost there. Almost there. So subscribe, gives to 100. What else about Luca win?
Luca, the father. Yeah, I like that they didn't do the arm like got bitten.
Oh yeah,
got bitten off by a monster kind of thing. But at the same time, I was like, why does he?
I didn't even notice that until very later on.
Yeah.
But I did like one thing I did like about Juliana's character was like they kind of just set it up. It's like their parents are divorced. There was no like saying it. Oh, the dad's lost his arm. There's no. It just kind of you put it together. You're an intelligent human being. You have Disney Plus. Like you put the story together. You got it. You're fine.
What do you think? Was there anything missing for you? Because I think I have one that I think.
I'm sure whatever it is, it probably was, but I can't think of anything.
I think what was missing for me is like the in Pixar movies, there's always this like super long pause and like a very sad moment.
Uh-huh.
And,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're usually like, but I don't want to go, and like that kind of thing.
Everything felt very resolved immediately.
Yeah, like
essentially,
in,
like when Alberto and Luca have a confrontation because Alberto's getting jealous of Juliana, but
and Luca ratted him out.
yeah, and then which I was like, damn, I wouldn't.
I think that was a good direction Pixar did.
I was like, damn, kid, okay, but like they have conflict, and then it's almost just like resolved almost immediately within the next 5 minutes, and then there's like even more conflict later during the race, and it's resolved even quicker. So there wasn't like tension really.
Yeah.
But I will say there were feel good moments, so I get it, but also it is a kids movie, so
It didn't feel like Soul. I'm gonna keep referencing Soul.
No,
because I just liked it, but like it didn't feel like Soul where. You know that part where he was kind of reminiscing about like this other little person's life, and he was like, "I feel really bad now," and that like took a long time. It took about 10 minutes for that whole scene to
There's just no connection. I don't know. I will say something funny. Do you know who the anglerfish, the uncle was? You know who voiced him?
No,
Sacha Baron Cohen.
I didn't even realize.
I thought that was so funny. I was like, oh, okay,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
because he was the end credit.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Yeah, there was an end credit scene.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder why they had him there, but okay, well.
But also like, I don't feel like any. There's no memorable characters. Let's do pros. Let's do some pros.
It was a gay movie, and I liked it.
I mean, yeah. I thought the story.
I don't think it was intentional.
I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be.
Okay.
One, released in Pride Month. Two, I'm pretty sure there was things like, it's gonna be like, there's a homosexual relationship.
And he was, and Alberto was jealous.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily direct, but like it's definitely there. It's kind of like how LeFou or whatever in Beauty and the Beast was gay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it was a very I don't know if parents are gonna catch that.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be that way too, though.
Okay.
Because I mean, they are kids. I don't think that they're really going for that necessarily. So
maybe it's for the adults to notice.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like Disney's like, it's okay to be.
And also like the whole there was also a couple lines, I can't remember any of them, but like definitely were leaning towards like sexual innuendos and even like gay like stuff, like being out. I think was one of them.
The thing is, like, I don't even think Luca was interested in that girl.
No,
like,
he
not
was
one bit. He wasn't like, oh hey, you want a flower, that kind of thing.
Yeah, they were just sweet, and like they just wanted. He just wanted to learn. Yeah. But
maybe we're reading much into this, but this is how we saw it. Okay.
Yes.
Just before you type in the little chat, being like, no, you guys are just being stupid. Luca isn't gay, that kind of thing. That's just how we saw it.
Yeah. But pros, it looked good. I was surprised by because I didn't have very like look wise how it was gonna look.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of faith.
Yeah,
for some reason.
absolutely not.
I think it was just like the trailers, man.
Yeah, I don't think the trailers did it. It felt like a not Pixar or even Disney movie. It felt like a rip off of it. Yeah. So
it did. Which one do you like better though, Raya or this?
This definitely. Raya, dude. It was just missing something, I guess. Yeah. More than this was missing something. Like this was just fast, and it could have been a TV show or whatever. But
I think the difference between Raya and this is that this movie doesn't really try to please anybody, not a country, not even like Italy, because it doesn't feel like
Italian driven or anything.
But it didn't feel like they were pushing Italian culture in there, unlike Raya, where it was like doing all this dragon stuff, and then they had the
also Aquafina is the dragon. I'm sorry, just not a good choice.
And Aquafina is the dragon.
Like
I haven't finished that movie that you talked about that in Chinese. It was like I got into 20 minutes into it.
which one?
The one about the grandma getting cancer.
Oh, The Farewell.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't
that's
finished
it's
it,
actually
so
really good.
I'm gonna finish that at some point. I just forgot about it.
To be fair, it's kind of forgettable, but it is really good. But cons for Luca before we wrap everything up and give it a rating.
It feels like it was made in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like the music wasn't there.
Yeah,
it wasn't
it felt
very memorable.
Some of the music felt like it was reused for I don't know what, but
there's a lot of corny, goofy shit in there with like the Vespa in the beginning, like them trying to recreate it. I guess it was kind of cute when they finally got it. I was like, oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
They got their Vespa, but it was just really strange that they had that in the beginning with them recreating that. The Alberto shouldn't have been a friend. Not a friend, but Alberto shouldn't have been like kind of this human expert, but at the same time not.
Yeah.
Because like he was just kind of like, oh yeah, this is human shit. We walk like this.
Yeah, he's just trying to, and that felt derivative too. Like his character felt like, oh, I'm a know-it-all. I know this. He was like the seagull from Ariel. He's like, this is whatever they called the fork or whatever in Ariel. So,
and then he went to town, and it's like, well, I thought you were supposed to know this shit. So what have you been doing this entire time?
Yeah.
You've been trying to avoid that place. Maybe they probably did.
Yeah, that was the line. He was like, "Oh, you got me off the island at the end," and I'm like, "Okay, come on now." Like, obviously, I feel like I'm looking at articles, but
I think it would have been another con. They should have hired Tom Holland.
Right?
I don't know why. I for some reason,
would be interesting?
Luca reminds me of
a live action one.
10 years from now, it's probably
maybe. I just think it's an interesting idea.
I can see it.
It could be a show, like you're saying.
It could be a show. Yeah.
But otherwise, cons. I'm not gonna say I have many like at all for it. Like there's nothing that really stuck out besides that it was very derivative of other movies, other types of media.
There's probably gonna be a mini film about it. Just like the way they did
Soul. Almost every Pixar gets a little short film,
especially in this graphics.
Yeah,
so the same animation.
But anyways,
does Luca have a gay?
I'm looking at like articles. Like I mean, it's people agree. Like they're definitely not explicitly, and I don't think Disney will even come out and say that they are. But it's definitely supposed to insinuate that they are. They're meant to be together. Yeah, essentially.
I wonder if there's gonna be. Usually, I'm pretty on top of like the whole when people get really offended about things. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I was surprised whenever it came out because I hadn't watched it until today. I was like, well, I wonder if like I'm gonna see backlash on Twitter or whatever, and I didn't see anything, so I was surprised.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard about that thing with Billie Eilish and
her boyfriend.
No, not that one.
Being
before
racist?
that one. Before that.
Oh, her like
gay baiting.
Gay baiting, yeah.
Man, people are fucking stupid.
I'm like,
what is that?
No, like, could she just like not have friends that are
girls and that are like very sexually like?
Yeah,
what's wrong with that? We do that with the boys all the time. Yeah, we gay bait each other all the time.
Oh yeah. On that note, what would you give Luca out of 10?
You know what? It didn't bother me as much as Raya.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it was like a 7.
7. Wow. I'm giving it a 6.5. It just derivative was like I'd probably give it a 7 too, but like there's just I felt like I could compare everything in that movie that happened to something else, and maybe I've seen too many movies.
For a Pixar movie, this was very normal.
Yes, that's what I think.
Because there's no like fairy princess.
Like my expectations were low, but I was like, okay, it's still Pixar though, so they're gonna do something with it. But it was still,
It wasn't super magical. It wasn't elegant like Frozen or anything like that.
But enjoyment, I'd probably put it a little like enjoyment rating out of 10. I'd say like a 4. I mean, it's like something's just missing. Could be a show. Could be I don't know. You tell us what you think down below.
It feels like a 2-part episode.
Yeah.
Luca, it's like episode 1. Luca tries to get a Vespa.
I bet the short's gonna be called Alberto,
or the short's gonna be called Alfredo. or like some.
I bet it'll be called Alberto, and it's gonna be him and the dad on the boat. They're gonna be fishing, and they're gonna have some little hijinks going on.
Yeah, I can see that.
So
because the whole town knows now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a super dark sequel would be. It would be the government finding out about these kids.
Well, it's like where does this say? Let me read what this article says. I know Luca. This guy tweeted this. Aaron's bad tweets. I know Luca isn't an explicitly gay movie. I know that, but a movie about two adolescent boys growing up with a secret about their identity in a conservative town that persecutes people for that very secret. Pixar knows what they did there, and like absolutely, couldn't have said it better.
That's one way to do it. Yeah.
So, but on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that now. I didn't even think about that.
So, yeah, on that note, I think it was a good movie overall.
It's good for kids.
Yeah, I'd recommend it. Like, if you've got Disney Plus, I'd give it a watch. And you like Pixar movies. The animation is really pretty.
Unless your kids have, like, the same IQ as we do, I don't think they're going to see it as, like,
yeah,
gay,
absolutely.
So.
There's no, like... Parents shouldn't be afraid, like, oh, if my kids watch this, they're gonna they're
gonna become gay.
Yeah.
If you're a parent and you're thinking about watching this movie, but you're watching all the reviews first and seeing what they would have to say, here's the deal: your kid's not gonna care about gay shit.
Yeah, I think
I gotta be honest with you. You're the only one that's gonna care. Yeah. If you get offended by it, you're too dumb to think about how. It doesn't matter if they're gay or not. It's a movie about a fish out of water.
Yeah, well, it's like it's not that they are. It's just like an allegory.
It's an allegory.
Yes. So, but
unless they're like, philosophy majors.
Yes, at like 10. But on that note, we'll wrap this up. Yeah. That's been our episode of Streaming Junkies on Luca on Disney Plus. Thank y'all for watching. We've been the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
I'm Luca.
No, that's Win. He's lying.
I'm Alberto.
Nope, still Win.
Okay, fine. I'm Alfredo.
Make sure you like if you enjoyed. Comment down below. Do you like movies about fish? I like Jaws. It's my favorite movie, so I guess I do. Subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. We love movies. We love y'all. See y'all in the next one.